they got the double digits, we'll start applying the pressure. You can see that like Device isn't flashed, he's not smoked off. They've got 10 seconds. It's like, you know what, let's just go in one by one. And these are impressive shots, don't get me wrong, but most AWPers can hit those. You're not going to flash them or anything. It just suggests the default just hasn't gone the plan at all, if that's the play at the end of the round. It's really quite disappointing towards the end. So, they actually do force buy here. This actually could be the end of FaZe on this map, you know. And Guardian's burning, he's going to go down. Oh, an absolute nightmare. Gonna have to recover at this point. So you feel like he's going to do well in these scenarios. Doesn't have to commit to this. Olofmeister might have to, though. So much damage done, so efficient as he'll pull one back. Takes a lot of damage for it, but still a 3-on-3. Better than nothing. And Nico's still alive as well. He's got 100. He can win these rounds single-handedly, so they haven't looked amazing tactically. But the individual skill of Nico, especially in these sort of shots where he has a disadvantage, has been quite special to watch. Is he just going to dry peek this? Of course he is, and be taken down, be free. Well positioned, and no one's getting the trade. You can see they don't really have much of a plan here, apart from, I'll go for this pick, you guys hold up.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, game Nico has been carrying, and that seems to be the strategy. Is this like a Shades of Mouse Sports? It's like Fnatic 2015. Olaf, just walk out Cobblestone B, please. Kill them all. Glave's going to take down Kerrigan. This round's also done, so we'll have Astralis now on 11. Olaf's not going to even get the plants. I love it. What a way to execute him, Glaive. You're a stylish gentleman, sometimes a scholar, and we now have 3 rounds between them. Not even overtime secure yet for FaZe.
14-11, and you can see FaZe. They need a tactical timeout here. I think they'd be better off with some quick, fast-paced strategies. Just get set piece off the bat. Your defaults just look so underwhelming right now. Astralis is reading them very well and just holding you out of the utility. I think just a fast execution off the bat would be enough. Grenades thrown. Should be quite a simple procedure here. I've got a feeling that this is going to go 16-14 in favour of Astralis. FaZe look like they've dropped off. But we'll see. It's looking so good for them as well. They've lost 4 out of the last 5 rounds. And Astralis got enough for pretty much the rest of the half. Especially after this round when they get another 32-50 in the bank. Not going to be any kills. That's round confirmed. 1 by 1.
I think you're right with the 16-14.
Yeah.
FaZe just hit a wall. They're clueless.
They just look like they just don't know how to get any map control. They're being stifled by the grenades. The orb's ineffective. And to be fair, it's not like they're doing anything super wrong. It's just like Astralis are so overwhelming on this map, you know?
How many times have they failed to close out games on Inferno this year?
Yep.
How many overtimes have we seen with them? Cloud9 specifically had 2 double overtime games against them in big matches. We had it at Katowice, twice at Katowice. And then we had it at the Major, most notably, for the Major. And obviously that one being Boston, not the most recent. And I think there was someone else in there that took them to overtime. Maybe Fnatic, I want to say, as well at Katowice in the final?
I can't remember.
So, yeah, either way. This is it. Nico's going to do it all. And 1 versus 5, he manages only 1 kill. 2 rounds between them now. We'll keep counting that down. Meanwhile, it is LDLC 13, Energy 10. I could go to a 3rd map as well.
You're right. Well, lots of interesting games going on right now. You've got to stay here, though, guys. This is the best one.
Yeah, I don't even want to update you on the other ones because they're just irrelevant in comparison.
This is the main broadcast. You've got the best teams. We'll see whether FaZe can close this one out.
Not the best casters.
Not the best casters, but we do have the best game. But FaZe, I don't think they can do this anymore. I feel like they haven't got anything left in the tank tactically on the T side. It seems like we've seen it all. And they're just running default after default here. Oh, that nade is not great. Don't do that. So,
I guess they just feel like remorse for FaZe at this point. Like, we're going to weaken ourselves up, boys. Good luck. Molly goes deep. Boost out behind that half wall, both crouching. That's so that they can control the timing of it and know when to go. Device actually decides he wants up there now on the AWP. Okay, all right. It seems like he's fine with falling off it. I thought that was a misstep, but he'll back away as his teammate has done the same. In fact, they're going to go for the early rotation. Device to hold Banana all by himself. Does Guardian find this? It's the battle between the two. Device gets lagged, but it's Glaive to get Nico. That's your top fragger gone already on FaZe's side.
And there's no response, there's no rebuttal. It's all just a default with a player going down, and there doesn't seem to be much of an objective here. Smoked out, that's them not doing anything for another at least 10 seconds or so. As the timer runs out, this is going to be a B execution again. This is all they've got left, is do nothing on the default, fall back to B, run out of time, and it's very telegraphed it's going to be a B-side attack again. We're just going to hope these Molotovs are enough and they get some entries here. There's 3 CTs, I just don't see it working out unless Rain can find more of that. It goes to a 4-on-4, but Glaive has got Carrigan, absolutely so. The bomb planted, it is. And now it's up to Guardian, who's alive. He can actually do well in this position with the AWP.
This is on. This is their chance. Back to Banana. They want to check the flank, rightfully so. That flank's a little bit behind, though, so that might take them too much time. And the time that it's taken, Magist could actually be overlooked because they now know there's 3 at the front of the site. They're not ready for this. Guardian's going down. Magist might even get 2. Rain's got the corner. But oh, thank God he hit that shot. I was going to say, as soon as Rain's gone, Guardian's not in position to take that fight. So that alone, taking Magist out of it, and the low HP, we've got 15 for FaZe finally.
Wow, it was so labored to get to this point. Like I said, it's just more of the same. They wait for that default, it gets nothing. A 5-on-4 execution, but Rain, he gets it done. That's one thing they'll always have. And oh my God, a player went down as well. To be fair, they got loads of money. It doesn't really matter on the CT side. But they've always got to have that skill ready to go. And Rain, great awareness as well to take down Major's flanking. That was the key moment for me. So 3 rounds in a row for overtime. Astralis have shown they can do it. That's pressure relieved. As Glaive got the first kill through the smoke cleanly. That's pretty funny as Glaive manages to be a nuisance. But can they close it out here? FaZe have guaranteed overtime on the second map. Flashbang towards middle. Guardian gets himself in towards the underpass. Fast pace. This is better. This is what I want to see from this squad. They're looking weak on their default. Just get stuck in and use the AKs. Brute force towards the A site. Is this the moment they close it out? Maybe not, as they get mowed down, and it's going to be a clean sweep.
And a reset.
Yeah.
This has overtime written all over it. Overtime, time over. It's 15 to 13.
Yeah, they don't force by here. They'll just eco for round number 30.
No choice.
Well, that's a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, all things considered, they finally had a good round, and then they just get smashed.
They went for it, but to be fair, I'm fine with this. They at least were trying to change things up and say, well, the default's an absolute nightmare. We just rush A together with some set smokes. Obviously didn't work, have to full eco here. And we'll use this as a timeout as well to discuss how to close it out, if they can.
Back down towards bottom mid. He's got to be careful here. He's been out there a while and picked apart. That's 1 kill. No rifle from that. It's H. Oh, I say that. Look where Olaf showed up from. Top of vault mid. He gets the AK-47.
If they had any armor, they might be able to do something with this. It's certainly an asset. 5-on-4. Dupree goes down for the Glock and gives up an AK-47. Oh my God, they're going towards B when no one's there. Have they got a smoke? They haven't. So you only get the weapon, or the grenade, I should say. The last one he used is the one you'll pick up on his dead corpse. So if it had been a smoke, perhaps, you could have picked that up. Oh my goodness, this actually is still viable for them if they only had the rifles and these last 2 remaining players.
Or even a smoke now in the post plant to pick up the rifles again. Same thing.
They're going to have to go for it, though. They can't just sit there.
No, absolutely. Bombs planted.
You're Nico knows.
And he peeks it, spots it. Damage done. He's got 1 more. He's looking for a gun desperately. He desperately wanted the gun rather than to fight Magisk, unfortunately. Magisk found him before the rifle was levied. It's now 15-14, round 30. Bomb plant's pretty instrumental.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Nothing to do with the kills they got to CTs. They have plenty of money anyway, but the fact they get an extra few $100 for the kills they found, an extra $800 for the bomb going down, and a full eco, means they get the AWP out now, they'll get the AKs. It's round number 30. All the rounds. Overtime looking incredibly likely. FaZe just haven't looked themselves here since the gun rounds have begun. I mean, they had that 5-0 start here in the second half, but that was really based off momentum and the finances of Astralis and their force buy in round number 2. Instead of getting the rifles out in the 3rd, they got themselves in this mess. As Device will drop a FAMAS, I believe. I don't see why that's required. They've got plenty of money. So, okay, they've purchased that now. The AK's on the floor. It's Glaive at the very top with 24 kills and 20 deaths. Nico with 31 and 20 on the FaZe side. Last few rounds, though, he has dropped off in terms of the amount of frags he's posting every single round. Round 30, last chance for FaZe to do this in regulation. Might have to be overtime at this point.
Indeed, it might. Nico gets position ready for smoke arch. Excuse me. Quad side. They went with speed and grace the last time they went around. With Nico getting 2, they want to go with speed again, but Magiska's already up inside of the apartments. Damage is massive already. Good trade, though, as it Rain will at least get 1, but Device has Olaf, and I am afraid we need extra innings. This will not be sorted in the first 30 rounds. Rain goes down, bomb dropped again, and Guardian knows the situation. Astralis have turned this on its head, much like they did against Liquid in the major, from a much larger deficit, to be fair. That was 8-7 at half, that was 13-2.
It seems like FaZe have got real 3 options on their T side. It's default, fast A rush like that one with the small execution, or default into B execution. They don't really seem to have a ton to fall back on, so we've seen that fast A a few times now, and it really hasn't found the success we're looking for. Hits the shot, but we do go to overtime. It's Astralis who find the resets. I have your FaZe are gutted at that one. You had this game in the bag. That was done. And just looked so uninspired and flat towards the end of it, but Astralis just overwhelmingly good. The grenades, the aggression, the change of setup, it's just so difficult to contain, and FaZe just didn't have an answer for it. This will be MR3 16k, meaning money's not really a factor here. I think we're into it. We are indeed. FaZe will continue their T-side campaign. At least they have cash now. See if they can post the first round. They're going to change things up. We'll just go back to the default.
Olaf going to smoke himself off at the bottom of Banana.
Didn't have to in the end.
Yeah, turns out it didn't go that far. Not bad. Saved that little bit of utility. Device fires preemptive. And Olaf gets a little bit of position from that. He'll confirm the corner's clear.
Just to note, Device is rotated back towards A after showing presence of B.
Just trying to funnel them, influence them with that AWP. They might do, because Kerrigan's already inside of the apartments. Bomb's still down at the bottom of mid. Nico with the nades and Molotovs at his feet. He remains unscathed. The nade not quite bouncing far enough. So Bomb still waits at the bottom of Banana. 2 players to go aggressively. And this, my guess, would be is a fake. Turn around, grab the bomb on the way back after you throw some utility. At least one of the 2. Olaf's going to stick around to try and find picks. The others have found ground toward the arch. The problem is they've got the apartment. If that bomb hits top mid, they still don't have control of quad. So Dupree can shut this down. He knows he's got problems, though, and has to rotate back. Nico finds Magisk. Kerrigan gets Dupree. That's a better strategy. That's something they could have pulled out in the first 30.
We didn't see that in regulation once, though, did we? They maybe, after getting the reset, realized that, oh, we actually have all these ideas and things we can do. And that's much better. The first round will go in favor of FaZe by the looks of things. Money not a factor, like I said, so you might as well just go for these retakes, as it will be Zipex to challenge Olaf and makes things a little bit concerning now for the T side. But Zipex, I can't buy the AK on the CT side. Might as well save that. That's absolutely true. And I guess if you keep buying the AWP 3 times in a row, you will eventually run out of cash. So might as well hold on to that in the same token. Well, there it is. A nice little fake. Perfectly done as well. They actually pull over a CT towards that side of the map. They've got enough utility, enough presence to suggest that would be enough. And then they go towards A and actually trade out the kills the first time in a strategy instead of someone just finding all the kills, like Nico, for example. So that's great.
No, that was very well played. Very well structured. They had control of Arch before they even went toward B. They knew what they were working with. So FaZe draw first round at overtime. Astralis will try and recover that.
They just 16K. The graphic there.
16K, by the way.
Yes, indeed.
Actually, I say that.
It is 16K.
It is 16K. Okay, I had to do the math on Guardian repurchasing. So with Rain back up inside a boiler, Molotov already down at the door, they're going to be aware that he's in there. That's what you were talking about with Magisk inside of there.
Ooh.
Gets sprayed down, desperately has to run back to pit. That's a...
But he did the damage with the nade, though.
He did do the damage, but he's so weak in such an important position, so he will need some support. Certainly they can get the shots in. So far he hasn't yielded any assists from it. He actually took down Kerrigan directly, but they're exactly that. He'll get taken out by Ray, guarding it onto Magisk, and Glaves left in the open, so the support system doesn't really work. HP is still a massive factor. As Device thought Boiler was his point of contention to go for the retake, he's since reconsidered, and he'll go top mid. He'll work actually with Zippix to clear that position first and foremost. As they get the op in the hands of Nico. Nico's on 12 HP. That's why Guardian has the 100 HP. He wants to be able to battle with the AK.
Or the Molotov might save the round if a FaZe, even though they've got low HP. It forces out a smoke as well. Device, worst position possible for this retake. 3 versus 1. Reynes gets out of there just to play the bomb and make sure he's nothing to do with this nightmare. And they'll kill Device probably. Always got the pistol out, but still, Rain will find it. My goodness, FaZe, where was this in the last few rounds?
That looks so much better.
Actually structured Counter-Strike there. Looking really good. Like, it's so weird. Like, FaZe are just one of those teams when they have a lead, they get close to winning a map, they just change their mentality. It's something about it. I'm not sure if that's Nico still getting used to the in-game leading responsibilities, but you can see there's a shift in their momentum. When they lose one of those rounds they think they should have picked up, they get very cagey and really kind of underwhelming with their defaults. They don't want to make commitments and don't want to call fakes, and they just run the very standard moves and run out of time. But this is much better. Refreshing, actually. If they end up winning this one, they'll be able to learn a lot from this overtime.
So here we go. This is like Liquid Astralis in the major all over again, isn't it?
Yeah,
a little bit of a comeback from Astralis and then still lose it in overtime, maybe?
Yeah.
Not quite as dramatic of a comeback, but...
No, definitely
shades
similar.
of it, yeah.
Hello.
This is it! Where did this come from FaZe as Guardian takes down Zippix as well? No defense at all.
This is unbelievable. 3-0, pretty much confirmed at this point. Device has to go for it. He's had the orb 3 times in overtime. I don't think he's picked up a frag yet. Pretty unreal scenes. I just don't know how you explain this turn of events, as it will be FaZe with match point there, series point, semi-final point, as they look for the 2-0 against Astralis.
Someone just pointed out in chat that we've cursed Nico. At 14-7, he had 29 kills. He now only has 33.
Yeah, he definitely dropped off. I noticed that too. But that just goes to show you, like, now he's in-game leader. He doesn't want to be the one that's like, oh, I'm going to make this play, I'm going to go kill everyone, sort of thing. He's kind of, I don't want to make up. I want to make sure we stick together and all that sort of thing.
I don't like him being the in-game leader still. I'm not convinced. But anyway.
I don't think that'll be
long-term. Yeah.
Long-term.
Can't be long-term, let's be honest.
Like, they'll keep their eye out for another big name to become available, I'd imagine. Unfortunately, he's Carrigan on the chopping block next when they make changes. That's just a fact that we're all aware of. Guardian goes to the first kill, looking to close it out early. That you can see they've got their killer instinct back now. Now they've got a bit of a buffer. You can see they found their aggression. They're ready to take these picks at the start. Doesn't work out, but that's fine. It's going to be Guardian who stays alive. Double overtime should not be happening here, considering FaZe on the CT side, but stranger things have happened. Swing players towards B. For the CT forces. Device boosting up his teammate here. This is looking quite good, but the flashbang, anything but an equal trade for now, but Carrigan coming out on top. He could have got out of there. The Guardian still holding strong at the B side. Just dropped a smoke to buy himself a bit more time. 3-on-3.
This could be it for FaZe, though. 3-on-3. If they can shut down this attack toward the A site, bomb still on B. No rotation required. That puts pressure in the hands of Guardian. He's already weak. 49 HP. Has the AWP. Device is going to bring that bomb back to his teammates, I think. Doesn't want a chance going alone. Waiting down below, off angle for Pit. Needs to be cautious of quad, that's why he doesn't stay to the right of the barrels. Molotov goes deep. He's fine. Nico's going to get closer to support. Crossfire. Found by Ray. Shut down to the bomb and FaZe sweep overtime. It's 19-15 and they are through to the semifinals.
It looked so bleak towards the end of regulation. FaZe apparently dropping off, couldn't find the strategy to get them over the finish line. But all it took was a reset, a chance to reflect, and they managed to bring it right back in their favor. 3-0 in the first half of overtime and a clean finish at the end, Matthew. That's pretty impressive to come back from what looked like a game that was falling apart. But they've done it, and they're going to the semi-finals. We'll throw it back to the studio and see what they thought of that. Over to you, boys.
FaZe in 2. Astralis are going to be battling in the quarterfinals.